Namaste. I, JBN Smritika Chatwal, Assistant Professor in Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, is here to deliver the lecture on Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance that is under BPharm 6th semester. Now, today's topic is calibration and validation that comes under the unit 5th of Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance. In calibration and validation, we are going to discuss introduction, its definition and general principles of calibration, qualification and validation, importance and scope of validation, types of validation, validation master plan, calibration of pH meter, qualification of UV visible spectrophotometer, general principles of analytical methods validation. So let's start our today's topic, that is quality and validation, that is calibration and validation. Calibration is a set of operations that establish relationship between the values indicated by an instrument or system measuring, for example, temperature, weight, and pH. Ted Byers and Bud Loftus, that are FDA officials, first introduced the validation concept in the mid 1970s to improve the quality of pharmaceuticals. Now, this can be the question for MCQ, that who first introduced the validation concept and when. At first, the validation activities focused on the processing of pharmaceutical products. Now, definition and general principle of calibration. What is the definition of calibration? Calibration is a process by which ensure that an instrument reading are accurate with reference to established standards. Calibration is the process of adjusting an instrument or equipment as per the manufacturer's specification. Reasons for calibration of an instrument is almost all the equipment, including the electronic equipment, degrades with time. So there is a chance, or there is a big reason for calibration of an instrument. Now, common terms that are used in instrument calibration are the first term is lower range values, that is LRV, and the second term is URV, that is upper range values. These limits are defined by zero and span values. In zero values, LRV equals to 0 and URV is equals to 400 PSIG. Thus, the calibration range is 0 to 400 PSIG. Span value, that is calculated as span, equal to URV minus LBV. 400 minus 0 is equals to 400 minus 0 is equals to 400 PSIG. That is the span value. Now, what are the instrument range? The instrument range is the capability of the instrument. For example, instrument range 0 minus 800 PSIG output 4 to 20 MA. Now, 5-point calibration. In this, when an instrument is being calibrated, its data points should include readings taken at 1%, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% of the calibration range of the instrument. Now, what are traceability? All calibrations should be performed traceable to a nationally or internationally recognized standard. Now, what are the definition and general principle of qualification? Qualification is the documented evidence that premises, system, and requirement can achieve the predetermined specification, properly installed and or work correctly and give the desired result. Qualification of instrument is not a single continuous process, rather it results from many discrete activities which have been grouped or into the following four phases of qualification. The first is design qualification, the second is installation qualification, the third is operational qualification, and the last and the fourth is performance qualification. In design qualification, design the function and operational specification of a balance or instrument is there. In installation qualification, that ensures a balance or instrument is received as designed and specified. It documents the installation in the selected user environment. What are the operational qualifications? It demonstrates that a balance or instrument will functions according to its operational specification in the selected environment. In performance qualification, it demonstrates that a balance or instrument consistency performs according to a specification appropriate to its routine use. Now, definition and general principles of validation. Validation is the establishment of document to provide a high degree of assurance that a planned process will perform according to the intended specified outcomes without failing. Now, what are the principles that apply in validation? That are general principles of validation. The first principle is quality, safety, and efficacy. Quality, safety, and efficacy should be designed and built into the product. This is the first principle that is applicable for this. Now, the second principle is quality cannot be inspected or tested into the product. The third principle is quality risk management principles should be applied in determining the need, scope, and extent of validation. Now, this is the third principle. After this, we are going to discuss about importance and scope of validation. The importance of validation is to reduce the quality cost. This is the main importance of validation. For example, testing of raw materials in process materials and finished products are done for quality cost reduction. So this is the main important step for validation. Now, the scope of validation is in various fields. Those various fields are that include first is analytical, in which instrument calibration can be done in this. The second scope is in the field of raw materials, where packaging material calibration or validation is done. The third scope is in the field of equipment, where facilities are under this. And after that, product design. In this, manufacturing operations are there. After product design, there is cleaning. After this, What are the types of validation we are going to study? The first is process validation. This involves establishment of documented evidence to provide a high degree of assurance that any process like manufacturing of pharmaceutical dosage forms, etc., are under process validation. The second term is prospective validation. This validation conducted before distribution of the new drug product. The third is retrospective validation. This validation conducted in an already distributed product. After this, third or fourth validating process is concurrent validation. This type of validation involves establishing a document evidence of what a system does or what it is intended to do. Now, the revalidation in this, a validated process should be revalidated whenever the whenever whenever there are changes in packaging, formulation, equipment, or process. In cleaning validation, this validation is conducted to ensure that no cross contamination occurs between different batches. Now, in method validation, this validation is conducted to ensure that the precision, accuracy, and consistency of analytical tests. This is all about the types of validation, and after this, we are going to study our new chapter, that is warehousing. In this, we are going to study good warehousing practices, that is GWP, and material management. Now, this is the last chapter of this topic, and after doing this, we are going to understand the CGMP aspects in a pharmaceutical industry, appreciate the importance of documentation, understand the scope of quality certification applicable to pharmaceutical industries, and understand the responsibilities of quality assurance and quality departments and quality control department. So, this is all about this lecture. If you have any queries regarding this lecture, please let me know. And if you have any problems, then please tell me. If please write down some short notes about this topic so you can understand this topic properly. So thank you so much for listening.